welcome back, guys. Before we get started, I want to give a huge shout out to Gig Work 101. Channel will be linked in the description. Make sure you check him out. He sent me over these screenshots so we are able to dissect this new DoorDash program.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Is the DoorDash tier points program, which is going to be a upgraded version of the DoorDash tier rewards program. Starting out, we have silver. Your overall Dasher rating needs to be from 65 to 74. So now DoorDash is actually going to be giving you a rating based off of how many points you are able to acquire, and that's going to determine which of three tiers you land into. You have silver, gold, and platinum. Silver, you need a 65 to a 74 point range. Then for gold, you have a 75 to 84 point range. And for platinum, you have 85 points to 100 points. Now, starting off at silver, you get your priority to dash now, your priority to high paying offers, and then you get your early access to scheduling up to 2 days in advance. You get 3 days in advance with gold. You get the increased priority to high paying offers and the increased priority to dash now, with the same two things being the exact same in platinum. Increased priority, you get the top priority to dash now. So not the increase, the overall top, tippity top of the mountain access when it comes to dash now. And you also get top priority on high paying orders, early access to scheduling up to 6 days in advance. Now, let's go ahead and dissect this a little bit. As far as customer rating goes, you can have very high, high, moderate, low, or very low. And depending on which range you fall into, you're going to get a predetermined amount of points for that said category. And it seems like that's going to be the trend. So 10 points for very high, 8 to 9 for a high, which is an 8.6 to a 9.5, which is where I currently fall myself. Moderate, you at a 4.71 or a 4.85. That's going to get you 5 to 7 points. You see how they give themselves a little bit of wiggle room. So they're really able to play with these numbers. Then you have a low customer rating, 4.21 to 4.7, and very low, which is a 0.00 to a 4.2. And if you got a customer rating that low, you ain't got to worry about none of these programs. I guarantee you that, because you're probably on your way out of the door. Next up, we got acceptance rate, and acceptance rate ain't looking too much better. So for very high, you got 90% to 100. You got a high of 71 to 89%. Moderate, 51% to 70. Low, 26% to 50%. And very low, 0% acceptance rate to 25%. Now I'm gonna let you know right now, that's where I fall. I keep my acceptance rate extremely low because DoorDash got me messed up. I'm not about to be out here delivering chicken nuggets 15 miles away for a customer who don't understand basic economics. It's not happening. So I'm gonna definitely be getting 0 points when it comes to the acceptance rating. But next up after acceptance rate, this is where it gets interesting. You got your on-time rating, and starting off at very high from a 96 to 100%, which is where I lie. I get 26 to 30 points. Now, the thing is, I'm pretty sure everybody who out there dashing at a high level, you're going to have your on time rating up there if you know what you're doing and you're not sitting there with your thumb up, yo. But basically, that's not going to do me any good because everybody going to be at the same percentage when it comes to on time rating for the most part. And on the next level, you get 86% to 95%. You get 71 to 85. If your on time rating anything lower than 95%, you in trouble. I'm gonna just let you know that right now. So you don't even need to worry about how many points you get for the lower tiers, because if your rating is that low, you probably finna be up out of here. So don't even worry about how many points you get for a moderate on time rating or a low or a very low. Because if your rating that low, you ain't getting no points in no other category. I guarantee you that. Next up, we got the highly coveted completion rate. 99 to 100% is high completion rate. So they not really playing. They not really playing. It's not like the other tiers where you actually have different staggered point categories. It's very simple when it comes to completion rate. If you have a 0 to 89% completion rate, you probably about to be deactivated. You getting 0 points for this program. And again, if you that low, you don't need to worry about getting no points for no program. You need to worry about getting it up to 90, because from 90% to 95 is where you stay moderate, and you pretty much flirting with deactivation anyway. So they're going to give you about 1 to 18 points for that one. But then if you at the 96 to 98, which is the higher percentage point of the completion rate, They willing to give you 22 to 30 points depending on where you fall. And again, only the people who had 99% completion rate and 100% completion rate is getting the full 33 to 35 points for this. So if you really break it down, let's say you get 35 points for completion rate, another 30 for on time rating, and then you get another 25 for your acceptance rate. You basically more or less, you know, got to have perfect ratings to be platinum. Is basically what they saying. Let me make sure I'm understanding this right. So if you got the best ratings, 100% on time, you get 30 points. Acceptance rate, you get 25 points for accepting every single order. Okay. So you at 55 points. After acceptance rate, on time, you got completion rate, you get 35. On time, you get 30. So you at 60 right there. 65. Okay. Another 25 will put you at 90 points for acceptance rate. That's with perfect ratings right there. And then after acceptance, you get customer rating, you can get 10 more points. So that'll put you at 100 points. 85 is the lowest amount of points you can have to be platinum. What's the lowest combination that you can have to get 85? Well, if your customer rating is 5.0, you can get 10 points for that, but that ain't gonna do you too good because you're gonna need way more. You need at least 85. So where is you gonna get 75 more points at with a 5.0? Well, if your acceptance rate is 100%, you get 25 points there. But let's say you got a 0% acceptance rate or a 6% like me, well, you're going to get 0 points for acceptance rate. And okay, so you at 10 points, still need 75. You got 2 categories to go. You can get 30 points for having 100% on time rating, but it's really hard to have a straight up 100% because it seems like they don't want to give it to you. You can do 500 orders in a row and not have 100% on time rating. It's crazy. So let's see. You only gonna get probably about 20. You probably gonna get 26 points at the best from that one. So you at 36 points because you have 6% acceptance rate like me. So you have no chance. Yeah, you have no chance. Low acceptance rate, 6%, you have no chance. You're gonna get 35 points for having a 100% completion rate. And that ain't gonna do you no good. You're only gonna be at 71 points. Let's see where 71 points leave you at. 71 points, you would be silver. Yeah, so if you ain't so basically you gotta at least have your acceptance rate up to 71. You need 13 points. You'd have to at least have a 50% acceptance rate. Wow. So yeah, you can be platinum with a 51% acceptance rate. Mm-hmm. You have to at least have 51% acceptance rate to get 10 points there. And then you can get another 10 points for having a 5.0. So that'll get you to 20 points. And then your on time could be 100%. That'll get you to 50 points if you get 30 points for that. And then you will need the full 35 points. Yep. You will need the full 35 points from completion rate in order to have 85. And then 85 points would make you platinum. If you want to be platinum with this new program, 51% acceptance rate, 100% completion rate, 100% on time, and a 5.0 customer rating, you can be platinum. Ain't nobody out there gonna have them stats because if you got a acceptance rate at 50%, you're gonna run into a whole bunch of trash clown customers and they're gonna give you a 1-star rating just because they having a bad day, just because their husband decided to beat them up today, just because they got a ticket because they was speeding, they're gonna give you 1 star. So there's no way you're gonna have a 5.0. It's literally impossible. So 51% acceptance rate, 100% completion, 100% on time, and a 5.0 customer rating. You can be a brand new platinum dasher, but you're just gonna have to be okay with being manipulated just a little bit. It ain't my fault. I don't make the rules. I just report to you what's going on. You know. Shout out to Gig Work 101 for sending these screenshots because this is very, very important information. And I cannot wait to see when this hit my market because I'm still gonna be in the same spot I'm at. I'm not gonna be silver. I'm not gonna. I might be able to make it to silver. Now that I think about it, but I ain't gonna be platinum. That's for sure. Let me know where you fall at with these new DoorDash points and if this has hit your zone already. And let me know if you like it or not because I think it's just another scam for DoorDash to manipulate drivers into taking orders they wouldn't normally take or just straight up taking orders that's not profitable. If I was you, I would test this out in your market, see how it works, see if it makes a better impact on your earnings, your overall morale, and your satisfaction with the app. But if it doesn't, go back to cherry picking. Only take the best of the best orders and make it do what it do.